Hello and welcome everyone to the Ruined King. And we've got a little intro cinematic, and I'm here with my friend Caleb, childhood friend who's been around for quite a while. Glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So, how long did it say this was ago? Did
If I'm remembering anything about the Blessed Isles, very long time ago.
Yeah, the Blessed Isles aren't exactly around anymore, huh?
Not quite. Which
So-
we might be getting some context for soon here.
Yes. So we've got two characters here. So if you're not familiar with Riot Games, and if you're not familiar with League of Legends or those other universes, we've got Diego here, and his late wife Isolde, and he is the king of Camivor, which is a city in the Blessed Isles, right?
Not quite.
Or no, it's a kingdom outside of Blessed Isles?
Kingdom outside of the Blessed Isles.
Okay. Okay, I just love this scene right here where he's just not caring that his wife just stabbed him. He's just so happy that she's alive.
And then she's gone, and that's when...
yeah. Just the
that's when he's a
emotion
little
in
bit
that
upset.
scene.
It's good.
Yeah.
And well, as we can see,
That's why he's not around
Blessed Isles
anymore.
aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
Welcome
Present
to the
day.
Shadow Isles.
Yes. There's a reason why the Blessed Isles aren't on the map anymore.
And there's my boy. I love the redesign for him in this game.
That is Thresh. Collector
Actually,
of
such a good
Souls.
redesign.
What is Thresh's real name?
Thresh. Nobody know.
I think it actually said in the
It does
Ruination
say in the
book.
Ruined King. Yeah, it does say
Or
in
in
the
the
Ruined
Ruined
King
King
book.
yeah.
I'm trying to remember though.
So the
It's been a
previous
while.
character was Alawe. She is a priestess of
Brom.
Nagagaboros, which is essentially the Kraken. The second, we've got a Brom from the Freljord, a snowy place. And we've got here is Yasuo and Ari, and then we've got Pike. So they're kind of all from different places. Pike and Alawe are from the Bilgewater, as well as Misfortune here. Her name is Sarah Fortune, and Abigail is her mom. And then we have...
Bilgewater.
Yes, that's Bilgewater there. So it mostly takes place in Bilgewater. And then we've also got both Ari and Yasuo. They were seen on a ship. They're hailing from Ionia. And yes, Brom, I said, was from Freljord, very snowy place up north. And was that it? Was that all the
Yeah, I
characters?
believe so. And then Pike's
Yeah.
also from Bilgewater.
So they're from a bunch of different areas, and I love this opening. This title screen. This is beautiful.
It is very gorgeous.
You get like the whole city of Bilgewater, and that's just a really really pretty design.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm going to reduce the volume of my mic slightly. There we go. And we're ready to begin.
Ready to dive into the Ruined King.
Yes, indeed. Is there anything I should know before I start this game? I only played a little bit. You played more than I have.
As far as I know, I can't think of anything that you should know beforehand.
Then we'll learn as we go.
Figure things out as we go into it.
Apparently, I have 20% storage completion.
It tends to
Sorry.
move pretty fast, so in the beginning you get a lot of story completion,
I see. And then
but then as you go along
okay.
it gets a little bit slower, since you have to explore more, you have to move about.
Yeah, so I've met... Well, I think we start, I think, with Misfortune, right?
Mhm.
And then we kind of get the first two characters right away, because you've got a team of 3, right? You could have a team of 3 characters.
Team of 3
And-
characters, you can swap in
Yeah.
between them as you go along.
then I got to the point where I unlocked Yasuo. I found Pike, and I don't think I got much further than that. So I don't know a lot about it. I just know the basics of combat, and even then, it's been so long since I played that I'm not very familiar with it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead, start a new profile and a new game. Also, the background music's kind of cool and eerie, and I appreciate it.
The soundtrack for this game is so good.
Ooh, new difficulty, huh? Let's see. At least, I'd say at least veteran. Do we go for heroic?
Probably.
Is that
Heroic might be a little tough.
Have you played on heroic?
I have not played on heroic.
Now, see, that sounds fun to me.
We can certainly give it a shot. It's
Okay,
gonna
let's
be
see.
tricky, but we could give it a shot.
Veteran. Enemies are more difficult, and you'll need to... Like, I was playing on veteran, and it didn't seem all that difficult.
I will say the game definitely does get harder as you go along.
It very well might. Enemies are more difficult, and you'll need to dive into your full set of abilities to succeed. Good for classic turn-based RPG fans that want more challenging combat encounters, which I'd say that's probably where I'm sitting at.
Probably.
I feel like for a first time playing heroic might be a little much.
Maybe just a little.
I find like I've been playing a recorded series of the Bard's Tale, right? And you know about Bard's Tale, and
Oh, I know about Bard's Tale.
I play every time on legendary difficulty, and I have a breeze. Like it's a breeze to me, right? It's not that I'm extra good at the game. It's that I know the game and the combinations, right? So
Yeah, you
I don't
have to
really know the
practice.
characters here in Ruined King, and all of the synergies, right?
And
But because of the Bard's Tale, like I know the synergies, I can play at that level. So I suppose veteran's probably the best move. You're saying something there?
probably. Oh, I was just gonna say, and with Ruined King, there's a lot of possible synergies. I know you and
There
me have talked a
is.
little bit about it, and the ability system and the rune system.
And that's why I have you here. And yeah, that's why I have you here. Oh, I'm
Can help
okay.
out a little bit.
Yeah. Justin, Mike, a little bit. I saw that my audio was peaking. Okay,
Oops.
ready to go. On veteran, I think here.
That's it.
You can
Really
change
good.
difficulty at any time outside of combat encounters from the game options menu. Good to
Oh,
know.
perfect. If we find it too hard or too easy, we can always change things up a bit.
And there we go.
And
This,
down we
this
go.
little icon is autosave. Oh,
In Bilgewater, monsters are real.
I guess we got another cutscene right away.
When I was a
Little
girl,
story cutscene to
my
introduce
mother was
us.
murdered by a low-life coward named Gangplank. He
Perspective
shot
of
me
Sarah Fortune.
and left me for dead. There was no trial. In Bilgewater, he was the law. I hunted him. I killed his men. I watched Gangplank die, washed away on the burning tide.
I like how they refer to it as the Burning Tides here, since that was the event name in which Gangplank got reworked and Sarah Fortune happened.
There are still
I
monsters
see.
about. For centuries, the Buru people have protected these islands from the
Alawe
worst
is a
of them.
priestess,
even
and
they
we've got a
fear
big bunch of
heroines.
story focusing around.
Attacks in the form of a lethal black mist, courtesy of
And
our
there's
unliving
the
neighbors on the
heroines.
Shadow Isles. Each time, the heroines return stronger, while the Buru grow distant. How long can we rely on prayers and magic?
There she is.
There she is.
One of
My
Caleb's favorite
monsters are
characters in the
flesh
game.
and blood.
Oh yeah.
They don't frighten me. Only one
Very
thing
fun
does.
and unique. And now she's
Becoming
in
one of them.
2XKO as well.
Oh yes.
Quite a
Riot's
few
new fighting
people
game.
from this game are in 2XKO.
Ah. Okay. So, this is the Fortune Estate, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Some locations can only be
Fair enough.
accessed through fast travel. If you ever find yourself unsure where to go next, open the map and see your next objective. And we get another cutscene. But this
We
one,
get another
actually
one. This
no,
one's
this is
actually
just
in-game.
yeah,
It's
right.
almost
This is
quiet from up here.
this is
If
the
only I didn't know better.
this is kind of the art style of the game now.
Which is very
Good
lovely.
morning, Captain. Your guest has arrived.
Raffen,
I like what they do with
remember
this.
when we could just take what we wanted, go where we wanted? We didn't have a care in the world. Now look at us. Taking appointments, attempting diplomacy.
Well, at least our line of diplomacy still involves guns.
That may be true.
That sounds
But
so
when
much
he
like
was
Big's
Reaver
voice.
King, Gangplank only used guns.
It does.
If I unite the gangs with violence, will the city still think of me as a savior?
Gangplank was a tyrant, Sarah.
That's
You're tough,
so much
but
like
you aren't
Pike's
cruel.
voice. What the heck?
I'm proud to be your first mate. And the rest of the crew is proud to call you our captain.
It's not a
Gangs will
coincidence,
follow you.
is it?
It's only a matter of time.
It
They
might
can't
be.
follow me if they're dead.
It might be.
Hopefully I can change their minds before they're all
Pike
what
is
dead.
one
I've
of my
seen.
favorite characters in
Some
League.
dogs won't obey until you show them the
Pike
stick.
is very fun.
Well then, let's
And
not
he's
keep
very
Captain
interesting
Thorne
in
waiting
Round
any
King.
longer.
I haven't gotten to explore Pike's abilities too much, but from what I've seen,
I've only seen him in game, right? Like I haven't actually.
you
I
yeah,
got
I
to
don't
that
think
part
you've
yet.
actually seen his abilities yet.
And yes, he is going to be in my team, for sure. Okay, shift is sprint. Okay, D is move character. No, it's no D.
WASD.
WASD. What the heck? Why did I just say D is move character? Then we can
I'm
find
not
things here.
entirely sure.
2 gold.
Also, a
Let's
little
go.
tip for you: you can just click on things to interact with them. You don't have to walk up to them.
Sometimes you need to walk up to them for the interact button to appear, right?
For the interact button, yeah, but for like chests and stuff like that, you can just click on them with your mouse.
5 health potions.
Moderate health potions too. Like that one up there. If you just move your mouse, you can click on it.
Where?
Up on the bookshelf.
Up on the bookshelf.
To your right.
Over
And
here.
down a little bit.
Oh. Like that.
Nope, just under you. There's a treasure chest.
That's
That one you have to click on.
really. Working for me.
If you press middle mouse button, it will show you if you can interact with it or not. Okay, it must just be a decoration then.
Okay. No more interactables? Okay.
Doesn't
Moving
look
on.
like it.
Hello. Nothing to report. Ah, that's Sarah's mom. Huh?
You get a little bit of a flashback.
Gangplank looks so different.
Gangplank.
He does.
I thought my hatred would die with you. I was wrong.
Miss Fortune's guns, were they gifts from her mom?
Captain,
From her parents?
Still got the bullets
Yes.
in my chest. Killing Gangplank
They were
wasn't
the
enough, right?
guns that
beat him.
she was working
he's
on.
still breathing, and he's in
that
little pieces
Gangplank-
all over the bottom
I'm
of the ocean.
Pretty sure.
Those bullets are just little reminders.
Pretty sure the one that
Wish they didn't
Gangplank
remind
shot her
me so
with.
damn much.
Alright. There's a door we can go through. There are multiple doors we can go
There's a
through.
few ways we can go.
Can we and should we do that before?
I think some of them
Oh, this guy's
have
from Noctis.
chests.
Cool. There are like. Okay, right. It just says
Okay, so
this.
it does make you go into the parlor room.
Okay. That's some like. I know some things can change here. Some men don't. Very nice. They like Gangplank's way. Alright. In that case, let's head to the parlor room. I saw something.
It's a big man there.
What's this guy? Is that a Yordle?
Yep.
Yordles are little creatures. Essentially ageless and timeless. And,
insanely magical.
very magical. Hidden around the world.
Doing some remodeling.
What can I say? The place needed a woman's touch. I don't think the previous owner would mind.
Guess not. Seeing as how you gunned him down, along with the rest of the conclave.
Are you here to parley, Captain Thorne, or to criticize my sense of decor? I trust you've considered my offer.
Offer? Hand over my operations to you, my fleet and all of my men, or else? Misfortune. You may have killed Gangplank, stolen his fancy manor, but that don't make you my queen.
It is a very fancy manor. You get the Bilgewater
It's
crest
a
on
very
it.
fancy manner.
And it's an ambush. Yay!
Where I'm standing, it looks like Bilgewater is still up for grabs. Now give it up, girl. You know I'd hate to ruin that pretty face.
So much for diplomacy.
You know, Raffen? I think I'm starting to enjoy it.
Of course you would.
We get our first combat.
Indeed. 1v2. Oh, a multi-wave battle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You'll initiate a combat encounter when engaging enemies around the world and at major story moments. Fighter cards display key stats such as level, health, and mana. Ah, yes. Okay, and then there's also Overcharge, which we'll look at later.
Yeah.
And everything works on a timeline on the initiative bar, huh?
Which is honestly very fun, and the things that they do with the initiative bar is
Yeah, they're...
I really like. I won't go into it too much since we haven't
Yep.
introduced lanes yet, but
yeah, once we get
Very
into
unique.
lanes, it's actually quite interesting. Alright, when a fighter's portrait reaches the front of the initiative bar, it is their turn. When it is your fighter's turn, you can perform one of many combat abilities. Instant abilities do not cost mana, and are performed immediately after confirming a target. Lane abilities cost mana and require time to cast. Pay attention to the fighter turn order when selecting abilities. Okay, complete wave by defeating all the enemies. So, we start off with a few abilities. We've got 2 instants, and we've got 3 lane abilities. These ones take mana. This does damage to everyone, huh?
yes. Yeah, it's randomly over 6 shots, so it's 124 damage evenly well, not evenly split, but just randomly split.
Okay. Then there's her passive, which is tapped.
Yes.
How
so
do we
certain
look
attack.
at the passives again? Q for inspect.
Q, yeah.
Threat increases haste by 5% per stack. Remove the damage.
Oh, I don't
taken.
think it's in here that we can actually see her
Uh,
passive.
Maybe not, huh?
I don't think so. We'll have to wait till later for that. Certain moves apply tapped, and if you apply tapped, things do more damage.
There's also reduces all damage taken by 40%. Increases evasion by 10%. And fancy footwork, when it's active, strat will not be removed on taking damage.
So pretty much what
Whoops.
happens is when you build up stacks of strut, and then if you take damage, yeah, increases your haste by a certain
So
amount.
is that like
If you take-
time? Like, does that mean all of your skills and such will take less time?
Yeah, you can move and attack faster.
Okay.
But if you take damage, you lose strut.
All right. I say in this case, we probably want to try fancy footwork. Probably.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt. Can build up some strut and also take some less damage here.
And I'd say probably a love tap.
Probably wouldn't hurt. That way you can get tapped on someone and generate some overcharge.
Yeah. And overcharge essentially acts as temporary mana. Like, mana does not recharge except out of combat, from my understanding.
Only when you're resting does mana recharge.
Okay, when you're resting. I see.
So, mana use is something that gets important later on, especially with some abilities that cost more.
Okay, so now we can actually look tapped. Recently damaged by tapped. That doesn't really help us.
Pretty much what happens is certain abilities will have a thing if the target is tapped. Do this.
Okay.
So, if you look at some of your abilities, you'll notice
That applies tapped.
that applies tapped.
If the
Deals
target
150
has...
damage.
Oh. I see.
So Heartbreaker is currently the only one that actually works with tapped, but you do have some other ones, which is very nice later on.
Alright, good to know. I want to be able to use double up.
And you have the lanes active right now, so
This is the lanes.
So lanes are very interesting because you have speed lane, balance lane, and power lane. Speed lane, you do less damage, but you can move faster and you recover faster. So you can act faster and you can act again sooner afterwards. Balance
Right.
lane is balanced. Power lane makes your attacks take longer to activate, and it takes more time for you to act afterwards, but it does more damage.
Right. So we could do power lane right there, huh?
Probably wouldn't hurt. I think that would... Actually, I think we kill him even without that one, because we have one that's tapped. So we could kill him with a speed lane hit.
Which one goes first?
If you aim at one, it will tell you.
Okay. Okay. That guy goes first, huh? Unfortunate. The other guy's not tapped, though.
Nope.
I wonder if, like, we should use... double up isn't quite what we're wanting here, I don't think.
Probably not.
Shredder would be interesting. That's actually a very fast move.
It is very fast.
I was thinking about, if we use Shredder, then we could use a double up probably to kill the other guy, right?
Probably, depending on how the damage splits itself.
Right. And then Heartbreaker would insta-kill the other guy. But that's a lot of skills.
It is a lot of skills, yeah. Might be good just picking them off.
Probably. Let's just deal with this guy then.
Yep. Speed lane should be fast enough to get them. And they don't do too much damage because it's the tutorial.
That was effective.
Just a little bit.
We also have fancy footwork active, right? Or is it only active for one?
It only lasts for a little bit.
That might not have been active.
No, we don't have it active anymore.
Okay. Probably just love tap then.
Probably.
And it did 17 extra damage from tap.
Quite nice.
Honestly, this is just the best one here.
It's pretty good.
And it takes a bit of mana, but it is what it is.
Ah well, it is what it is. This is tutorial fights. We don't have to worry too much about mana and stuff.
Nope. Trying to think of. Oh, alright. It's this guy. Generate overcharge for performing certain instant abilities. Overcharge acts like temporary bonus mana that can be used to cast lane abilities during that encounter only. When low on mana, generate overcharge and stay in the fight. This one probably go with fancy footwork as well.
Might not hurt. Especially since we're actually going to be able to use fancy footwork this time since we're recovering after him.
Right. Good point.
Fancy footwork is also very nice for an if an enemy is charging an attack and you know it's going to hit you.
Right. That would be... Yeah, good call. What's this guy? I mean, look, like he has a passive on. Empty magazine. Out of ammo, must reload before firing again. Good to know. That is very
So
good
it's
to
going
know.
to take him to...
Always read
so
those
we could probably
abilities.
do an instant, and we could probably do an instant into a Heartbreaker.
Yeah. Probably do an instant to do a power heartbreaker, maybe.
I think that should be enough to take him out.
The reload was very fast, though.
It is. But...
We still act first, though. Let's see.
And we are going to instant kill him. Yeah.
He might,
We are
yeah, he's still attacked before, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're 3 levels higher than him, so
Yeah, I guess I didn't even look at that.
pretty good.
Goodbye. That's a really strong damaging ability.
It definitely is.
With quite easy requirements as well.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm thinking maybe we do something like a Misfortune plus Alaway plus Pike. We'll see.
Possibly. We also have
Bilgewater
quite a
team.
few other characters that we get first.
I do like Yasuo.
He's pretty fun.
Yasuo is interesting. I haven't actually tried Ari though. I haven't unlocked her either. In the other
I
game.
have not either.
I see.
I'll consider this your
I am
You unlock
formal
Pike?
surrender.
I have unlocked Pike.
You have?
The Syndicate
Yes.
will never
Okay.
I'm like 60% of the way through the story. I've unlocked Pike.
I'll die first.
It's a very poor choice of words.
How about you boys? Does your captain speak for you all? Well then, Captain Thorne. I'd say this meeting is adjourned.
I feel like they could have sped that up a little bit faster to show that you absolutely had zero
welcome to my
hesitation.
crew. Prove
Maybe,
yourselves loyal
but-
and you'll
oh
be
Unless
well.
you
rewarded.
did have hesitation.
Betray
Maybe
me,
that's at the pause.
or even whisper the name Gang.
Never know.
And I'll stuff you in a box with your former captain. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Wait, is it just me or did this guy not salute?
I'm not sure.
Another successful recruitment. Minus a few stubborn holdouts, the Syndicate's with us now. Their ships, their guns,
Not exactly
none of
the
their
most
leaders.
loyalty, but
not yet.
I mean,
Even if
welcome
I have
to
to put a bullet in
Bilgewater.
every captain from
True.
the shipyards to the slaughter dogs.
Full of pirates. This
Loyalty's
is literally the
funny.
pirate city.
Bilgewater belongs to Sarah Fortune.
oh yes. Now the real story begins.
Mm-hmm.
Raffen?
I do like the whole
harrowing.
yes. I enjoy the whole the initiative, like the overworld, right? Like the initiative
Oh,
is
very
just how
fun.
fast can you react and attack the person. Like we don't get into
Because
that
when
yet.
you're in
but,
the open, yeah. But lanes do more than just changing damage and speed.
ah yes, lane switching. The enemy has a buff called Primed Mist Bomb that will detonate and hurt your party upon death, unless it is first disarmed with a speed lane ability. When selecting speed lane abilities, you can switch from the default balance lane to the speed lane or power lane during lane up and lane down buttons, which is scroll wheel, right?
Yeah.
Performing an ability in the speed lane will reduce its cast time and be performed more quickly, but with weaker impact. Sometimes it's not important, right? If you're going to do enough damage, just do the speed one, and then you'll be able to react quicker.
Exactly.
And then we get into hazards, and that'll be later. Performing an ability
Hazards
in the
are
power
fun.
lane will increase its cast time, taking longer to perform with a stronger impact. Pay attention to each enemy's mechanics, and use lane switching to gain the upper hand during combat. So we don't... Primed Mist Bomb, up here, okay? On death, deals
Yeah.
moderate damage to all champions. A speed lane attack will disarm the bomb.
So as
Uh,
long as you use a speed lane attack before they die.
Right. However,
We know a funny
can't-
combo.
we can actually kill them. We need to use lane ability first.
Mhm.
And we need to use a speed
I'm
lane.
curious if you use Heartbreaker, if it will deactivate it and then kill them, because it is a speed lane ability.
Well, let's try it.
One way to find out.
Nope. We took the bomb.
That is unfortunate.
Interesting.
Well, now we know. So you have to
like we
disarm
did use a speed
stuff.
lane ability, but because the speed lane killed, it didn't deactivate. Okay, we're
Mhm.
learning. This is good.
We are
This
learning.
is good. That was worth a lot more than 31 XP.
The black mist. How is this possible?
And this is just still her room, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta click.
Oops.
And this guy's got a bomb again, huh?
And now we get into hazard.
Yes. You have entered a combat encounter while standing in a hazard called Poison Mist. This has created a hazard initiative bar region that will travel along with the fighter portraits. Fighters in your party that are inside of the region will be targeted. Once the region reaches the front of the bar, it will apply its effects to any of your fighters that are currently targeted, including the enemies. Yes? I
Yep.
believe so. Luckily, you can use lane abilities to switch lanes and maneuver in and out of the initiative bar regions, which is why the speed of your attack really matters in this case.
Oh yeah, because sometimes you want to land in some of those lanes because they can have good effects.
It could be a attack buff, it could be a healing, or it could be a hazard. There's a couple of
Yep, plenty of things it can be. And in fact, some characters are able to generate lane abilities later. Not lane abilities, but
lane.
zones.
Oh, really? That sounds interesting.
Mhm. That is much later though. That is like really late into the rune tree.
Thunder. That doesn't look good.
Nope. You now have less defense.
And we don't want to use an instant.
Probably not. Probably safer to disarm
Instant's
the
going
bomb.
to put us into the thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. We'll probably want to play it out. I wonder if we can disarm the bomb and...
Still use decent amount of mana, but... Oh. Ah. Speed lane. Puts us in a bad spot.
Yeah, I think Heartbreaker's the only one that doesn't.
For speed lane it is, yeah.
Yeah,
We don't need to use speed lane.
we don't have to.
Not this.
We just gotta
not
make
at
sure
the
that we
moment.
do it before we kill them.
Yeah. We just use double up here?
I'd say so. Probably wouldn't hurt.
Both are for a balance, but
Balance
double
is
up.
probably good, so we can act again after. Plus, we can tap both of them by doing this.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Ooh, and we got a crit.
Did she actually take poison mist damage from that?
I'm not sure. One thing with this, if you kill the wisp, it will buff the attack of the sailor.
Is that how that works?
If you look up,
But we haven't
there's
disarmed it
transfer
yet.
essence. No, if you look up, there's transfer essence with the wisp.
Ah, yes.
One death increases attack power of all allies by 25% for 3 turns.
Wait. Oh, yeah. We haven't actually done the speed lane. That's awkward. Okay. In that case... Well, we can kill her, right? But then we'll take the damage. At this
Yeah.
point, it probably doesn't matter.
We also have some health potions.
Yeah. I think we probably just take them both out at the same time. Because unfortunately, we just can't do a speed lane attack right now without increasing the wisp, or the wisp increasing Sailor's damage.
Which would be a little bad. The sailor is tapped, so we could just instant kill them.
What do you mean by
Or
that?
that which would kill them both.
What do you mean by wisp is tapped?
Well, they were both tapped. That
Really?
did not do enough damage.
Oh. I
Very
see.
unfortunate. Here's where you use an instant.
Yeah. I added both of theirs together, right? But I probably should have went with a heavy lane attack there. That's unfortunate. We took a lot of damage there.
Oh well.
So yeah, what happened there? Because I added their healths and like, oh, this will do enough damage. It's probably a number of shot based, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like 6, like that much damage over 6 shots. So if I did more damage, then the wisp would have been hit by 1 shot, and then the rest of it would have been enough to kill. Like the 5 shots would have been enough to kill. So, that is actually all we have time for today. We got through 2 combats. We learned about some hazards. Oh, and hey, get out of here! Oh,
Time for a 3rd combat. Thankfully, it's only with 1.
Yeah. And we
In
are
fact,
getting low.
I think a heavy lane tapped might be heavy lane heartbreaker might be enough.
Combat speed.
Yep, and you can also do a quick strike if you want to.
Quick strike, huh? What's that?
Yep, so that just instantly uses your instant.
Cool.
Just like that.
Alright then. 55 damage? Not quite enough, huh?
Not quite.
Is that... And that's not enough, right? Okay, let's just go...
It's at 72.
Heartbreaker
So
speed.
Heartbreaker. Double tap is enough.
Double up?
If you do it in balance lane. Oh, 69. I thought
Yeah,
it was
not
a bit
quite.
higher. Yeah, I know, unfortunately.
I figured we could save the extra 5 mana, you know?
Ah, well.
And I just didn't want to go into the mist. Alright. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pause for the day now. Yeah. I'm beginning to learn more, remember more, at least, about the combat. We'll be
Starting to
back,
come back.
next time. And, yeah. Thank you, Caleb, for joining me today, and,
You are very welcome.
yeah, we'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Hello and welcome everyone. Stop it. Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to the Ruined King. Hello and welcome everyone to a new series, The Ruined King. I'm here with my childhood friend. Oh no, we've got a little intro cinematic. Hello and welcome everyone to The Ruined King. We've got a bit of an intro cinematic here for you. And I'm here with my childhood friend, Caleb. We've been around. Okay, pauses is okay. Hello and welcome everyone to a new series, The Ruined King. We've got a bit of an intro cinematic here. Hello and welcome everyone to The Ruined King. A new series. Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to episode 1 of The Ruined King. A new series. We've got a bit of an intro cinematic. Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to The Ruined King.